Hi, my name is Lee Jinghan and I'm fourth year student.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Ridwan Shah bin Zafarin. I'm a third year student.
And my name is Adam Shahmi. Our group will present about automated storage and retrieval system, ASRS. So in our table of content, there will be 6 chapters, which is the first one is introduction, historical development, vendors and makers, technical information, estimated cost and justification, and also will cover break-even analysis, and the last one is buyer guide. Chapter 1, Introduction. In this paper, the author looks at the strategic use of an ASRS per our manufacturing company, which has embarked on expansion and logistic modernization program. For this purpose, we cover the history of ASRS and put it in a technological context for the current consumer market. These stakeholders are analyzed and major ASRS vendors compared based on their technical strengths, services, and implementation experience. In this case, we provide details of our technical requirements such as the technological requirements for linkage and compatibility with existing production system that will facilitate informed decision making, and it also looks at the future expansion factor and compatibility with CIM goals and objective, and it separates the ASRS needs from the organization's present mandatory and future more visionary manufacturing requirements. So in this report, scope of the report will focus on historical development, vendors and makers, technical information, financial estimation, and lastly, brief buyer guide. For historical development, automated storage and retrieval system ASRS have undergone a remarkable transformation since their inception, reflecting broader shifts in technology, industrial practice, and global logistic needs. From the early days of rudimentary cranes and hoists to today's AI-driven, data-centric solution, and the evolution of ASRS epitomize the ongoing pursuit of operational efficiency, cost reduction, and improved worker safety. To understand how ASRS reached its present state, it is necessary to explore the technological, economic, and social forces that shape its progress across the decades. While modern systems are tightly integrated with sophisticated software and advanced robotics, the roots of ASRS lie in the industrial expansion of the mid-20th century, where basic machines slowly gave way to more automated machines. Next is vendors and makers. Here we analyze a few of market leaders in providing services of automated storage and retrieval system ASRS globally. It is evident from this that every couple of vendors presents different strengths, technologies, and services that can be adaptable for operation in either large or small scales, or even in different industry. However, 5 providers, namely, the first one is Daifuku, which is have a broad portfolio, strong R&D and IoT integration. And the second one is SSI Shafare, which have a modular designs and scalable for growth. The third one is Dematic, which is have a advanced software solution, high speed configuration. And the fourth is Swiss Lock, which is have robotic integration and micro fulfillment expertise. And lastly is Muratech, which is have high speed precision engineered system. So there is 5 types of ASRS technology. The first one is unit load system, which is for heavy loads, range between 500 to 2,000 pounds, ideal for automotive and beverage industry. And next is mini load system, which is handle smaller item like totes used in electronics and pharmaceutical. And then there is shuttle based system, which is high speed scalable system for e-commerce and high volume manufacturing. And the fourth is carousel and VLM system, which is space saving and suitable for aerospace and healthcare. And lastly is cube based system. It has high density storage, optimal for urban micro fulfillment center. So this is the key benefit of ASRS. The first one is efficiency. It increased storage density, 85 to 95% space efficiency. And second one is accuracy. It reduced inventory errors to 99.9%. Next is cost saving, lowest labor and operational costs. The next one is scalability, that can support business growth. And lastly is safety, that can reduce workplace injuries. And lastly is safety, that can reduce workplace injuries. Application by industry, such as automotive, just-in-time manufacturing for engine parts and assembly, for e-commerce, that high-speed order fulfillment and scalability, healthcare, controlled storage and pharmaceutical, food and beverage, that can optimize cold chain storage, and lastly for the aerospace, that can secure storage for sensitive components. So next is our financial viability. For the initial investment is around 1.5 to 4 million per system or aisle. And there is example of break-even analysis. For the fixed cost is around 5 million ringgit. And then for the savings per unit is around 10 ringgit. And variable cost per unit is around 4 ringgit. So for the break-even, around 1.67 years at 500,000 units per year with 15% growth rate. And lastly is our buyer guide. There's gonna be 9 steps, which is the first one is initial assessment phase, that contains a document current operation and operational profile. Second one is a vendor evaluation process, which have technical assessment and vendor qualification. And then third one is technical specification review, which have system performance and control system. And the fourth one is implementation planning, which have pre-installation requirement or installation process. And the next one is cost consideration framework, which is we have to consider the direct costs and operational costs. And the sixth is contract and service level agreements, SLAs, which have the system performance and support services. And the seventh is risk management, which is the technical risk and operational risk. And the last one is a final selection consideration, which is contains the total cost of ownership, vendor stability, system flexibility, implementation timeline, and ROI and payback. And last is a post-implementation planning, which is have performance monitoring, staff development, maintenance and upgrades, and also continuous improvement.